Obviously, we're going to talk about this Red Sox punishment on Talking Baseball with Plouffe. I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that they outed that one dude. It just seems so fucking mean. It just seems so mean. But like I had been saying for months that there's not going to be a punishment. It's going to be very, very slight because like they probably regret opening that investigation because it is a huge can of worms. Like, I understand they had the one fine against them, so that's what they thought. I think when they found nothing more, that they realized, oh shit, this is a huge can of worms we just opened. Because now the Red Sox can just turn and out any other team, and any other team can point at any other team because everyone did what the Red Sox did.
My big point in that has always been the timeline. Every team did it, and then they were told to stop, and then teams stopped except the Red Sox.
No, I would bank on every team continue to do it.
Well, again, that's making an assumption that after
from people we've talked to as well. It's not just me wildly guessing. From people we talked to, like teams continued to do that. And I did like that in the report they stated this happened when a runner was on second. You know,
right.
They were like, this is the difference that the MLB stated it because that's what we've been saying forever. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like if every team wanted to point at each other, then everyone would just lose their second round draft pick now. That's why they did the punishment so weak.
Bob?
Before this punishment, were you guys scared the Yankees were going to like show up in this? Because I kind of was.
They can. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think every team is open to this punishment that the Red Sox just got if MLB wants to do that or other teams want to do that. But I think by the Red Sox not giving a big punishment, it's basically like, okay, let's end this. Like, we didn't. If they threw down the book at the Red Sox, then yeah, I'd be worried about the Yankees and every other team. Because then I think everyone starts pointing fingers like, you punished us for that? Every team does that. But I think because it's so light, it's their way of saying like, let's fucking end this, please. Let's just end this. That's why, but I don't get why they threw that dude under the bus. It makes no sense.
That's the problem. What
it was? It was everyone in the Red Sox. They came together and like, let's just blame him.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's done that before. Like, you get caught at in college, you get busted with alcohol in the dorm. You're not allowed to, and then it's like, all right, we're just gonna say that he had it all. He was drunk, and we'll just all point to him, and then he's the one who shows up on the investigation.
Yeah, it's funny because
that's the problem. The MLB is saying that, yep, the Red Sox did do something wrong. Here's the punishment, and we got the guy. And it's like, what? And then it also said in the report that it wasn't all players doing it, which means some players did admit to doing it, even though the rest just denied and blamed the other guy. So there's some messy parts to it, and it's just MLB. But yeah, I'm not willing to throw every other team under the bus like that until it came out. Because why wouldn't the Red Sox do that?
Because they didn't even get punished. So it's like, all right, cool. It'd be like ultra petty to take away a second round pick from every other team. They don't care. This basically exonerated this basically exonerated the Red Sox, not hurt them. If anything, this
would be funny if they just eliminated the second round for every team.
Yeah, boom. It's what's funny because even in the report, it was very like nice to the Red Sox. They were like, well, this replay room decoded the sequences that he thought the catchers had, and he gave them to the team before the game as part of the scouting report, which is totally legal and totally fine. But then as he was watching the game in the replay room, he could see, oh shit, my scouting report was wrong, or oh shit, they just changed to a different sequence. And then he was morally, do I tell them? I'm not supposed to tell them because I'm using the replay room during the game to tell them, hey, they changed it. But then he would tell them, hey, they changed it. And like, that's what was wrong. So
yeah,
it's funny because they said it's fine.
The problem is
what
they can't punish the players. And they can't punish the players anyways. So the player said, yeah, it was that guy. It was JT Watkins, and he was telling us how to hit better. What an asshole.
I don't even think the players outed him. Like the way the report reads, it just reads like that. Like, I mean, because you're allowed to watch the other catcher from the game beforehand and then pass out a piece of paper to your players and say, this is what we think the sequence is from yesterday's game.
They were making mid-game adjustments, which they were told not to before that.
Yeah, and I think every team does that. I mean, we've talked to a lot of. Well, no, I know a lot of teams.
What
do
you
that.
can prove. It's what you can prove.
I don't. It's weird that you're taking the stance because a lot of teams do that as well. We've talked to a lot of players that say.
I just think they clearly spit in the commissioner's face, and teams stop doing it after that.
We know for a fact
that the key part is that timeline.
Yeah, I think a lot of. I think a lot of teams continue to do that. Why wouldn't you? It's halfway legal.
I think the difference is just that the Red Sox were like kind of specifically warned, and like they had Cora from.
That's why they looked. That's why they looked into them because they were warned, and then Cora's connection. But I think they really this ruling really was them just like we need to get out of this. If they didn't throw that dude under the bus, I'd be like, yep, that's just them washing their hands because they realized they were opening up a can of worms. But the fact that threw him under the bus,
that's kind of both our problems with it. Why JT Watkins?
Dude, it honestly it sucks for him. It like blows for him.
Hey man, he got the players a bunch of RBIs and they probably slipped him a couple extra doll hairs. JT's gonna be fine.
I don't know. That sucks for him. All he did was pull up replays. and it doesn't add up with the Astros at all because they literally had a department running Codebreaker, which is what JT Watkins did. And none of those guys for the Astros got in trouble. So that's where it really doesn't line up at all. But I think Manfred realizes we've heard that he is upset that people think he fucked it up. He did not think the public was going to be like, dude, you fucked this up with the Astros ruling. He thought he did a good job. And then the public, that's why he did that whole press conference trying to backtrack and add things. And so I think Manfred.
Piece of
metal. Yeah. So I think when Manfred realized, oh, I'm the bad guy in all this, he just was like, I need to get out of this. And he's just fucked everything up. He's an idiot. Nothing makes sense with the two punishments.
Just a dump before the draft.
I do appreciate that. People were like mad about that. I appreciate it. That's like the smartest thing they did.
Yeah.
Do it right before the draft, then no one cares anymore.